It's a 4-0 victory over the Winnipeg Jets as the Oilers kick off what is a busy preseason schedule. 8 games in total, and a good one here tonight with a couple of standout individual performances. That's why we bring in a pair of voices of your Edmonton Oilers from the Oilers Radio Network, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon. And Bob, let's start off with number 55. He was excellent all night, looking like he's picking up steam right where he left off in Penticton. A couple of strong days to start off camp. What did you make of Dylan Holloway's play tonight?
He was the best player on the ice tonight, just like he was the best player at the Penticton Young Stars tournament on the team that was by far the best team there. So if you're an Oilers veteran player, you're looking at this going, this is a guy that's pushing. And he had a dominating performance. He was exceptional on the forecheck. He's great transitioning the puck. He played in every possible way he could. He was on the penalty kill. He was on the power play. You know, we got teased a couple times. I thought, well, maybe he could come up 2021 out of Wisconsin, but then he got hurt. Then late last season, I thought we might see him on that Columbus-Pittsburgh trip. He got hurt, right? So we're getting a little bit of a chance to see what he's like, and it's pretty intriguing, I think, for the Oilers organization with Dylan.
Certainly all smiles for Oil Country and Oilers management when it comes to Holloway. And also all smiles tonight, Stuart Skinner. He was excellent all night. He looked strong, poised, and confident in net, Cam, turning aside all 19 shots he saw.
Yeah, you've seen the maturation in his game from when he first came out of junior playing with Lethbridge, and then his last season finishing up with Swift Current, winning a WHL championship, and then into the minors in the ECHL, then the American League, and then becoming a number one guy in the American League. And you could see it today. Like it was obvious in his game that it was controlled. The rebounds, if there were any, they were in non-danger positions, but more often than not, he was smothering everything. He looked like an NHL goaltender. And I thought, now, granted, were there a lot of like amazing 5-alarm chances? Maybe not. But when there were good opportunities, he made sharp saves. He looked completely in control. So a polished game, I thought, from Stuart Skinner.
He made the saves he needed to, and a lot of people forget he's just 23 years old, so the ceiling certainly unscratched for the Oilers netminder. All right, Bob, Markus Niemelainen, talking to him this week, he said one of the things he wanted to work on was working on his poise and confidence when the puck is on his stick. Obviously, he opened the scoring here tonight, but he led the way physically as well.
Yeah, he had 6 hits. It's interesting, back to the Young Stars tournament. That's the first time I saw Markus, and you'd be completely out to lunch if you didn't recognize the physicality. And he was good, coming out of the OHL in that tournament. Then he kind of stagnated a bit, went back to Europe, and then kind of got re-entrenched in the Oilers organization. And again, injuries have derailed him, but he has an element that doesn't always exist with today's defenseman. He's physical. He steps up, and the thing is, he's deceptive. He's got better feet than people think. He gets there. He closes gap quicker than I think a lot of the opposition players realize. And he's pushing. I mean, Ken Holland said on Oilers Now, right after we wrapped up free agency, he said that Philip Broberg has to play his way off the team in training camp. He's basically got a spot. Well, Markus Niemelainen's trying to play his way on it, and he had a pretty impressive showing tonight.
I like the side eye you gave me, by the way, because you didn't know where that was leading. I saw that. I saw that, Bob. Final guy we want to talk about today, James Hamlin. Dylan Holloway's line mate in Penticton. Tonight, another strong showing for him. It's a fascinating story for this undrafted player. What did you make of his game tonight?
Well, and I thought he picked up where he left off at the Young Stars, where he was tenacious on the puck and grinds in the corners. For an undersized guy, he wins more battles than you'd expect. And he played 5 years in the Western League with Medicine Hat, gets an American League deal, put a couple of years in the American League in Bakersfield, earns an NHL contract. He's getting closer and closer, and you can see it in his game. Just that willingness to do whatever it takes to create a turnover. He's got tremendous hands when given opportunities offensively. So I'm seeing a guy that is moving along in his development, and he is becoming very close to being an NHL guy.
Signed that contract on March 2nd during the course of last season. Listen, we know that anything can happen over the course of a regular season. I, for one, will not be surprised if James Hamlin gets in NHL games this season. That's going to wrap it up here tonight from Rogers Place. A 4-0 victory for your Edmonton Oilers. Cam, Bob, thanks for this.
Thank you.